Hello, my friends. Welcome back to SBS English Podcast. Let's practice English together, step by step. Imagine you are in a job interview. Someone asks you a simple question, but your mind goes blank, silence, fear. Today, we begin Tom's journey. He is going to his first job interview in English. And in this video, we will help Tom and you speak without fear. Step by step, slow English. Real practice, shadowing. Let's start right away with 2 sentences. Listen. Repeat slowly. Feel the words. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me today. Pause. Breathe. Repeat again. Tom walks into the interview room. His hands are a little cold. His heart beats fast. This is normal. Maybe you feel the same when speaking English. The interviewer smiles. Tom needs to say something. Short, polite phrases. Not long, not complicated. Repeat with me. Good morning. It's nice to meet you. How are you today? These short sentences are powerful. They break the silence. They break the block. Now, imagine you are Tom. You enter the room. You look at the interviewer. You smile. You say, good morning. Nice to meet you. Shadow it. Repeat again. Do you feel nervous? Remember, short is safe. You don't need long sentences. One phrase is enough to start. Tom sits down. The interviewer says, please have a seat. Tom answers, thank you. Simple, clear, natural. Practice. Please have a seat. Thank you. Notice, this is real English. Simple, daily, polite. You can use it everywhere, a cafe, a meeting, even at the doctor's office. Do you also feel nervous when people look at you, waiting for your answer in English? You are not alone. Tom feels the same. Sarah felt the same in her first interview. I felt the same too. The secret is, don't try to be perfect. Try to be present. One short phrase, one smile. That is enough. Let's do a small exercise now. I will say a sentence. You repeat after me, slow, with pauses. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Pause. Thank you for having me today. Pause. I'm happy to be here. Pause. This is your first tool. 3 sentences. Use them in any interview. Use them in meetings. Use them when you meet new people. Tom remembers advice from his friend Sarah. Sarah once had her first interview in English. She was so afraid, but she used only short phrases. And guess what? The interviewer smiled. She relaxed. She got the job. So Tom tells himself, short is safe. Confidence is in small steps. Repeat after me. Short is safe. Small steps every day. Today, we learned the first step, how to walk into the interview room, how to start, how to break the block. We practiced polite greetings. We practiced shadowing. Remember, mistakes are normal. Fear is normal. But you can control the moment with short, clear, polite phrases. Take a deep breath. Smile. Say one simple phrase. That is enough to start. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me today. This is your victory today. Tom is now sitting in the chair. The interview has officially started. His heart is still fast, but he breathes slowly. The interviewer smiles and asks the first question. These are always the same questions, the basic ones that appear in every interview. Let's practice them together. The first one, can you tell me your name? Tom answers slowly with confidence. My name is Tom. Simple, short, clear. Repeat with me. My name is Tom. Again, my name is Tom. The interviewer continues. Can you tell me about your experience? Tom feels nervous. He doesn't have big experience, and his English is not perfect. But remember, short is safe. He says, I worked in a store. Pause. I helped customers. Pause. I learned to be responsible. Do you see? Not long, not complicated, just clear. Repeat with me slowly. I worked in a store. Pause. I helped customers. Pause. I learned to be responsible. Pause. Another common question is, what are your strengths? This question is scary. Many people freeze. Tom takes a deep breath and answers, I am friendly. Pause. I am responsible. Pause. I work hard. These are strong answers. You can use them too. Repeat after me. I am friendly. Pause. I am responsible. Pause. I work hard. Pause. Now imagine the interviewer asking you these same questions. You don't need long stories. You don't need difficult words. Short sentences are strong. They show confidence. They keep your mind free from fear. Another question comes. Why do you want this job? Tom smiles. He says, I want to learn. Pause. I want to grow. Pause. I want to help the team. Perfect. Simple. Real. Repeat after me. I want to learn. Pause. I want to grow. Pause. I want to help the team. Pause. Let's make a quick checklist of these questions. What is your name? What is your experience? What are your strengths? Why do you want this job? These 4 questions appear in almost every interview. And now you already have short answers ready. Tom feels stronger. He feels more confident. And you too can feel this. Do you remember Sarah? She told Tom that in her first interview she was afraid of these questions. She tried to answer with long, complicated sentences. She got nervous. She forgot words. She froze. Later, she learned that short, clear sentences are the secret. Tom is now using her advice. He is calm. He speaks slowly. He smiles. And the interviewer is listening carefully. Let's do shadowing practice again. Listen, repeat, pause. My name is Tom. Pause. I worked in a store. Pause. I am friendly. Pause. I want to learn. Pause. Very good. These phrases are your survival kit for interviews. They are safe. They are simple. They are strong. Do you sometimes forget vocabulary when people ask you questions? It happens to everyone. The secret is not to panic. The secret is to keep a short sentence ready. Even if your vocabulary is small, you can still give a clear answer. That shows confidence. That shows courage. Tom continues the interview. Each question comes. He answers with 1, 2, or 3 short sentences. He doesn't rush. He doesn't try to be perfect. He just speaks clearly. The interviewer nods, smiles, takes notes. Tom starts to feel lighter. His fear is smaller. His confidence is growing. And now, I want you to repeat after me with energy. Imagine you are in the interview. You look at the interviewer and say, My name is Tom. Pause. I worked in a store. Pause. I am responsible. Pause. I want to grow. Pause. Great job. You are training your brain. You are breaking the block. You are speaking without fear. Remember, short answers are powerful. Don't try to impress with difficult words. Impress with calm. Impress with clarity. Impress with confidence. This is the lesson of today. At the end of this part, Tom realizes something important. He doesn't need perfect English to succeed. He needs clear English. He needs short sentences. And he needs a calm mind. That is enough to pass the first test. And that is enough for you too. Take this moment to write in the comments. Short answers are strong. When you write, you are not only helping yourself, you are helping our community. We are all in this together. The interview is going well. Tom is answering the basic questions. But there are some common mistakes that can block a candidate completely. Maybe you have made these mistakes too. Let's talk about them and let's practice how to avoid them. The first mistake is speaking too fast. Many learners think speed means fluency, but speed often creates panic. Tom remembers this mistake. Once he tried to speak very quickly in English. He forgot words, his pronunciation became unclear, and he froze. In this interview, Tom chooses a new way. He speaks slowly. He uses pauses. He breathes. Repeat with me. I speak slowly. Pause. I use pauses. Pause. I breathe. Pause. Do you feel the calm in these words? This calm will help you in every interview. The second mistake is using difficult words. Sometimes candidates want to sound impressive. They try to use advanced vocabulary, but in the middle of the sentence, they forget the word. They stop, they panic. The interviewer waits. Silence grows. Tom knows this trap. He decides short and simple is better. He says, I am responsible. He does not say, I am a conscientious and diligent employee. That's too heavy, too complicated. Repeat with me. Simple is better. Pause. Short is safe. Pause. The third mistake is apologizing too much. Many learners say, sorry, my English is bad, or sorry, I cannot speak well. This shows insecurity. It reduces confidence. Tom doesn't do that. Instead, when he makes a mistake, he smiles and continues. He shows that mistakes are normal. Repeat with me. Mistakes are normal. Pause. I continue. Pause. I smile. Pause. The fourth mistake is answering with silence. Sometimes fear blocks the mind. The candidate says nothing. The interviewer waits. This feels terrible. To avoid this, Tom prepares small feelers. If he needs a second, he says, let me think. Pause. That's a good question. Pause. These short fillers give time to breathe, time to organize thoughts. Repeat with me. Let me think. Pause. That's a good question. Pause. Do you recognize yourself in one of these mistakes? Do you sometimes speak too fast or try to use big words or stay silent? You are not alone. Every learner feels this pressure. But you can train yourself like Tom, with shadowing, with short phrases, with calm breathing. Let's practice now. I will say the mistakes. You will say the corrections. Listen and repeat. I speak too fast. Pause. Correction. I speak slowly. Pause. I use big words. Pause. Correction. I keep it simple. Pause. I say sorry. Pause. Correction. I smile and continue. Pause. I stay silent. Pause. Correction. I use fillers. Pause. Excellent. You are training your mind for the real interview. Tom is doing the same. He feels the tension, but he remembers Sarah's advice, short and safe. He remembers his own mistakes from the past. He chooses a new way now. He speaks slowly. He smiles. He avoids long, complicated words. And every time he feels nervous, he breathes. This is transformation. From fear to calm, from blocked to confident. Do you feel nervous when you hear fast English in real life? Do you panic when you don't understand every word? Remember this, you don't need to understand 100%. You only need to catch the key idea. You only need to answer with short, safe sentences. The goal is not perfection. The goal is communication, shadowing practice again. Listen and repeat with pauses. I speak slowly. Pause. I use pauses. Pause. Simple is better. Pause. Mistakes are normal. Pause. Let me think. Pause. That's a good question. Pause. These are your shields in an interview. They protect you from silence, from panic, from fear. Tom finishes this part of the interview stronger than he started. He didn't let mistakes control him. He turned every mistake into confidence. And you can too. Imagine yourself in the interview. Imagine your heart beating fast. Now imagine yourself smiling, breathing, speaking slowly. You are calm. You are safe. You are clear. At the end of this part, Tom thinks, I am not perfect, but I am strong. Repeat with me, I am not perfect. Pause. But I am strong. Pause. This is the mindset that will carry you through every challenge in English. If you feel these mistakes in your own learning, share in the comments which one is hardest for you. Speed, big words, apologizing, or silence. Your story will help others feel less alone. Together, we are stronger. Tom is almost at the end of his interview, but before we continue, let's prepare something very important. A checklist of essential phrases. Think of this checklist as your survival kit. When you are nervous, when your mind is blank, these ready-made sentences will save you. They are short, safe, and powerful. Let's build it together. The first phrase is for greetings. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Simple, polite, and universal. You can use it at work, at school, even in a cafe. Repeat with me slowly. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Pause. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Pause. The second phrase is for thanking. Thank you for having me today. This shows respect. It shows confidence. Repeat after me. Thank you for having me today. Pause. Thank you for having me today. Pause. The third phrase is for introducing yourself. My name is Tom, or you can say, I am Maria, or I am Ahmed. Repeat with your own name. My name is Borgit. Pause. I am Mulgas. Pause. The fourth phrase is for experience. I worked in a store, or I studied engineering, or I helped customers. Always short, clear, simple. Repeat with me. I worked in a store. Pause. I studied engineering. Pause. I helped customers. Pause. The fifth phrase is for strengths. I am friendly. I am responsible. I work hard. These are strong, positive, and easy. Repeat with me. I am friendly. Pause. I am responsible. Pause. I work hard. Pause. The sixth phrase is for motivation. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to help the team. Repeat slowly. I want to learn. Pause. I want to grow. Pause. I want to help the team. Pause. The seventh phrase is for buying time when you need to think. Let me think. Or, that's a good question. Repeat with me. Let me think. Pause. That's a good question. Pause. Now, let's review the checklist. Greetings, thank you, name, experience, strengths, motivation, fillers. 7 groups of sentences. With these, you can survive any job interview in English. You don't need long answers. You need these short and safe tools. Let's do shadowing practice now. I will say one sentence. You repeat slowly after me. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Pause. Thank you for having me today. Pause. My name is Tom. Pause. I worked in a store. Pause. I am responsible. Pause. I want to learn. Pause. Let me think. Pause. Excellent. You are building muscle memory. You are training your brain. Tom is practicing too. Before the interview, he repeated these phrases many times. In the bus, at home in front of the mirror. He whispered them before bed. And now, in the interview, they come naturally. This is the power of shadowing. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And when the real moment comes, the words are ready. Do you sometimes feel your mind goes blank? Do you forget what to say? This checklist is the medicine. When your brain blocks, open the checklist in your mind. Choose one phrase, say it, and you are back in control. Imagine you are now in Tom's position. The interviewer looks at you. You breathe. You smile. You say, "Good morning. Nice to meet you." Pause. Later, they ask about your strengths. You say, "I am responsible." Pause. They ask why you want the job. You say, "I want to grow." Pause. You see, with the checklist, you are never silent. You are always ready. This practice is not only for interviews. These sentences help in daily life. When you meet someone new, when you explain your work, when you want to sound confident in English, the checklist is your pocket tool. Carry it everywhere. Let's finish this part with a strong repetition. Repeat with me, one by one, with pauses. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Pause. Thank you for having me today. Pause. My name is Tom. Pause. I worked in a store. Pause. I am responsible. Pause. I want to grow. Pause. Let me think. Pause. Perfect. At the end of this part, Tom feels prepared. He knows that with these essential phrases, he can survive any question. And you too can feel safe. Remember this line. Short phrases are my power. Repeat after me. Short phrases are my power. Pause. If you believe this checklist can help you, write in the comments, "I am ready." Together, we create a community of learners who are not afraid. Together, we break the block. Now let's finish with a real story. This is the story of Sarah and her first job interview in English. Sarah was very shy. She studied English for many years, but always alone. She could read. She could write. But when she had to speak, her voice disappeared. She felt fear in her stomach. She felt her face turn red. She almost decided not to go to the interview. But she went. On the way, in the bus, Sarah repeated small phrases to herself. She whispered, "Good morning. Nice to meet you." Pause. "Thank you for having me today." Pause. She repeated again and again. She did not try to memorize big speeches. She only focused on short, safe sentences. When she arrived, the interviewer smiled and asked her name. Sarah breathed deeply. She said, "My name is Sarah." Clear, calm, simple. The interviewer nodded and continued. Then came the question, "Can you tell me about your experience?" Sarah almost froze, but she remembered her practice. She said, "I worked in a store." Pause. "I helped customers." Pause. "I learned to be responsible." It was not perfect, but it was real. The interviewer smiled again. Then came the question, "What are your strengths?" Sarah thought about saying something long and complicated, but she stopped herself. She smiled and said, "I am friendly." Pause. "I am responsible." Pause. "I work hard." Simple, strong, clear. The interviewer took notes. Sarah felt her confidence grow. At the end, the interviewer asked, "Why do you want this job?" Sarah breathed slowly and answered, "I want to learn." Pause. "I want to grow." Pause. "I want to help the team." She did it. The interview ended. Sarah left the room with a big smile. She was not perfect. She made small mistakes, but she spoke. She communicated. She survived. And 1 week later, she got the job. Do you see the lesson? Sarah did not wait for perfect English. She did not wait for 0 mistakes. She practiced short sentences. She repeated them with shadowing. And in the real moment, her body remembered. Her voice was ready. Tom listens to this story from Sarah. He feels hope. He tells himself, if Sarah can do it, I can do it too. And you can too. You are like Sarah. You are like Tom. Nervous, shy, but strong inside. You only need to train your short, safe sentences. Let's practice Sarah's answers now. Repeat with me. My name is Sarah. Pause. I worked in a store. Pause. I helped customers. Pause. I learned to be responsible. Pause. I am friendly. Pause. I work hard. Pause. I want to learn. Pause. I want to grow. Pause. Excellent. These are not just Sarah's sentences. They can be your sentences too. Now imagine your own story. Imagine yourself walking into an interview room. You are nervous, but you smile. You say, "Good morning. Nice to meet you." Pause. The interviewer asks your name. You say, "My name is..." Oh, pause. They ask your experience. You say, "I worked in a store," or "I studied at university," or "I helped customers." Short and safe. You continue. And when the interview ends, you leave with a smile. This is the transformation from shy to confident, from silence to speaking, from fear to connection. And it is possible for you. Every day, with small practice, with shadowing, you can unlock your English. You can speak without fear. Let's close this journey with strong repetition. Repeat after me. Short is safe. Pause. Small steps every day. Pause. Mistakes are normal. Pause. I can speak. Pause. I am ready. Pause. Tom had his first interview. Sarah had hers. And now it is your turn. You are ready. You are strong. You can speak without fear. If this video helped you, write in the comments, "I can speak." Together, we are not alone. Together, we are a community. Together, we will grow. Remember, small steps every day build big results. Keep practicing. Keep repeating. Keep believing. And one day soon, you will walk into your interview with a smile, just like Sarah, just like Tom, and just like many others in this community.